Okay, welcome back to another video. This time I have been implementing a system called Mecanim, which allows you to build a standard model without any animation at all and then get animation data and apply it to the model. And it's actually working. This is a model here my artist has made for the game. Just a quick test model at the moment. And he's imported with very basic textures and stuff. And I've set up the Mecanim stuff over here. This is the blend tree, basically. I'm a bit tired right now, so I'm not going to explain any of it, but I've just followed the Mecanim tutorial, the main one that Unity give you, and the results are pretty impressive. I shouldn't even mess with this. Oh, forget that. But this stuff is quite good. And you can double click to go in. It's a lot of setup, but I'm going to do it about maybe 10 times or something until I can do it without thinking. So without further ado, let's see how it works. So I've written a basic, I've used their basic scripts and tweaked them a bit just to give myself a little bit of a control of the guy, because this is not the same engine at all. So it's the same engine, but the control system is totally different. So I've made a sort of third-person camera. And here we go. You can see he's currently in the idle position, and he can run. So this model has no animations at all. This is all imported using the Mecanim system, and I'm really impressed. You get different results with different models, I presume, and stuff. And this is the very first one, and I can even jump. The jump looks a bit odd right now, but the traditional somersault jump they give you. Unfortunately, after he's jumped, my guy is stuck in the floor a little bit. I'm not 100% sure why that is. So I'll just pause that and bring him back here, because I can't be bothered with him being stuck into the ground. But actually, I'll show you one more thing first. It's quite a nice little control. It's hard to control, that's why I'm whipping all over here. But there's a ramp as well I've put around here, which has got a trigger on it, which allows you to trigger a specific animation at a specific time. So, like, you can't see it, but at the top of this ramp there's something that should trigger it didn't work, a different animation. But anyway, so it can, maybe I'll turn it off. It can trigger a different one, so it triggers it to drop, land, and then do a forward roll to take the impact of the jump. So it's quite cool, but it doesn't seem to be happening. Right, we'll be back in a second. Quite a nice intro as well, the way the camera pans over and this thing comes out. So what I didn't show is you can roll backwards too, different angles and directions. Obviously the camera needs to be sorted a bit. And watch this. If I press Alt, you can turn his head. He's actually looking at the at the enemy, and the enemy is another guy I've been messing with down here. I've had a lot more luck using human input than AI input, so at the moment he's just some fool walking around through a wall, but I've got him to move. I need to get the speed and the direction from the AI itself to give him, to trigger the animation states for him. As you can see, he zoomed right past me there. I don't even know why he's doing. Oh, there he is. Oh, it's because I've put him on 5-5, just literally randomly, so he's just going to come through the wall. But I'm going to demonstrate that when I hold the Alt key, his head will follow the character, no matter where he is. So when he comes out this wall, which he should he? He should then, we should follow him. But as you can see, the guy's head is turning to the right there. Oh, there he is, so he's looking ahead now. And as the guy goes along, his head should turn, which I think it may well be doing, but I can't really tell. But that's the point. So you can actually trigger different parts of the body to do different things. You can actually mix animations too. See, I'm trying to get him to look there. So I'm going to wave in here. You can wave like that. But you can actually wave and then start running. And you'll carry on running, so it looks like a footballer celebrating. Oh, I've jumped now, haven't I? So that's quite nice. You can start one animation away and then keep the other ones going so I can wave and then look. Maybe I can wave, look and run. Yeah. So I've got another little trick up my sleeve, so I'll be back in another second. Now there's a little prefab which allows you, when your character looks, it allows you to get a sort of view of what they're kind of looking at, so the camera will adjust. And just for fun, one of the tutorials throws in lasers into your eyes. So if I press Alt now, he's actually lasering that guy miles away. We get a nice camera pan, which I think is quite cool. Then you can move around as he's lasering. So yeah, all in all, really good. Run, jump, walk back left and right, walk forward right and left. I know he's running all the time right now, instead of just walking as well, but this is literally, like I say, a first prototype test of Mecanim, which is stupidly impressive, given that like you can just make one model and then apply all of this. No more paying some animator to custom model to do every animation. You just need to pay for one model and that's it. It's just amazing. And the quality of the animations is quite professional, and you get a good lot of editing tools for snipping them and tweaking them. So this guy actually does have the same model. There he is, you can see him. And he is animated, so he's just walking around in circles, but that is the animation from Mecanim again, so you can see what a normal walk looks like, because my guy's actually just running all the time. And as you can see, it's working quite well, very well in fact. Takes the skeleton and does what it wants with it and animates it, it puts it in the right position and animates it in a few I can't remember what I was going to say. Oh, the more complex you make the skeleton, and the better. I'm guessing here because I'm not an animator, but the more complex you make the skeleton, and the more bones and stuff you put in, and the better the quality of the animation data, then you should get even nicer results. So I would say Mecanim is amazing. I shied away from it at the beginning. Because I didn't know Unity very well. But as you get better with Unity and you start getting happy with plugins and doing all these things, and it makes perfect sense to move to Mecanim instead of even messing around with all the animation stuff, because I can even just duplicate this bloke, put in different models and that and different materials, and presumably he would work perfectly with all the different animations and stuff, which would be mint, because you wouldn't have to spend any time at all, you know, like setting everyone up and hoping that this certain animation existed on this certain model. The only thing you have to hope is that the skeletons, the bones of the model have been built in the appropriate fashion. Ah, he hit me as he went by. What the hell? How can that even be? Oh yeah, I'm listed as a little bit. So you're just going to hope that everything's been built, and if not, you've got to get your modeler to build the things in the correct fashion. Is he walking around normally now? No. He looks funny tall. So that's pretty much it. That's Mecanim working. I can't remember if I had any other tricks up my sleeve, but I think the laser looking, and the beam, and the camera movement, and the head movement, and the fact that you can wave, and run and move, and then I've got it all working, is quite a testament to how amazing Mecanim is. And I don't even know what this punching is all about. I guess he's just hitting me. And the shadows are all working out of the box. And you can destroy boxes just by walking through them. Okay, thanks very much for watching.